When I play the piano, I feel independent, I feel free. It's the only time I could actually say I have peace of mind.
When I play the piano, I feel like this is the only time in my life where I have complete control. I'm pouring what's from my heart to the keyboard.
The Altino Brothers is about motivating people. We want kids to see that we came from nothing and we somehow managed to make something of ourselves. If we could do it, they could certainly do it as well.
I believe I will start from the beginning, so wherever it's gonna go should be a witness to everyone who will get to know us that God can take you through any situation. The first time I heard the piano, I felt as if I had discovered a whole new world, which I didn't know how, but I knew one day I would have to be part of.
If music hadn't been a part of my life, I don't know what I would do. Because I can't imagine myself doing anything else. Because, I mean, till this day, I still can't believe that I'm paid to play music. How can you describe the Altino Brothers? Are they classical? Are they religious? Are they gospel? Are they this? The thing is, we incorporate so much into our craft that it's indescribable.
That's the wedding. That's her and me as the godmother and say that the best man. Her and me and the two guys. Now they're two now musicians. This is Neva. Yeah. This is Robinson. When I was in Haiti, I used to conduct the choir, make choir, sing for the church choir, sing in the wedding. Then I started to learn piano. I become one of the musicians of the church. Then my Neva was small, and as I'm playing, he will come and try to take over. He want to play.
He would play for church. I would sit on his lap in church and he'd play, and everybody in the audience or in the congregation would see this.
People looking and laughing and stuff. That's what he did. So I see he loved music so much.
And he said that he'd practice sometimes after it's over and he'd play. And if he stops playing, I start crying. If he start playing again, my crying would stop.
When I first heard the piano, I didn't know how. I was only 1.5 years old, but I knew someday this was going to be part of my life.
So your father taught you piano first?
He taught us, yes. He was our first teacher. I mean, this man loved the piano, and you think I'm exaggerating. He can spend 12 hours a day playing the piano in the basement, and it would not bother him.
have it that bad. I shouldn't say we did.
We
We
didn't.
didn't have it that bad. We were blessed, but there were days.
There were days.
There
But the whole
days
country.
where we didn't know where our meal was coming from.
There were days.
I remember some starving days.
Yes.
I had a passion for soccer. I loved to play soccer, so I was really, really good at that. If I wasn't a musician today, I'd probably be a professional soccer player.
What was good for me in Haiti was soccer also. Soccer is big. At the time it was big, and it still is big in Haiti. To be the best at that young age, my brother and myself, it meant a lot to us. If you can look at the side of my head, because we have a reputation when you're good, everybody look up to you. And one morning, my team was losing. And I couldn't take that. You have too much pride in you for your team to lose. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to take this game over. My opponents knew I was coming. So one guy put his foot and tripped me. Now, I felt like I flew to the sky, and I fell right on my head.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean,
yeah, I nearly lost my life. I had to be rushed to the hospital. My life was in danger. My mother fainted.
That was our passion.
Yes,
I can't play it now.
That would have been our profession.
We suck at soccer. I realized that in college, when the young fella came from, I think Antigua, came and beat us. We were like, oh, we're not good at this game.
By the way, let me just say I wasn't at that game still.
All right, now we're gonna go back to our roots. This first song is a Haitian folk song called David. It's named after a hurricane that took place in Haiti.
In Haiti, as dangerous as it was, we used to be outside late practicing.
The same attitude we applied towards music is what we had towards soccer.
Yes.
And that's why being good at something, it goes far beyond natural ability. You have to have an attitude. I remember when my father left Haiti. The first time he left, he was on a boat. That I don't remember. He spent 2 months at sea with, I think, very little or no food. He watched people around him die. This is in a banana boat, all right? All these Haitians were refugees, basically, trying to escape the poverty of the country to seek a better life elsewhere for their families.
I was in bad shape. I couldn't be fed, starving. For like 2 months, people cursing and talking and violent and fighting. But me, I was hiding myself and praying. Nothing happened to me. I thank God for that.
And he did this because he couldn't see a way out of poverty except by coming to a foreign country where he feels that he could make a better living, a better condition for himself and his family. So he sought to come out first and then sent for us later. I remember him coming back for a couple of days and going back again. I was 3 years old. And it was probably one of the worst moments of my life because as a child growing up, I was always clinging to my father. And when he was leaving, they didn't tell me that he was leaving. I remember them telling me that Daddy's going to take a trip to the airport. We're going to go with him. And then we went to the airport. Next thing I know, I didn't see him. And then we're standing over a balcony where we could see all the planes flying out. And I see my father boarding this plane. I thought I was going to jump over that thing. When I saw him boarding that plane, I went crazy.
I do remember my mother leaving Haiti. She was crying, but we were excited. I thought, oh, Mommy's going to America. She's going to be with Dad. We didn't realize that we were going to be left behind. Then the closer it got to the time when she had to leave us, I realized, oh, we're going to stay back. I felt abandoned. I never told her that, but I always had a little bit of a negative feeling about that. I was upset because I felt she should have told us, okay, you are going to stay with your godfather. She didn't, but I'm over that.
It didn't affect me as badly as my father's departure at first, because she told us that she was only coming for a visit and she'll be right back. We didn't know that she was staying permanently. Every day we kept anticipating my mother's coming back, my mother's return, but it took 2 years. Still, when we said goodbye to her and we watched the airplane flew from the airport, we didn't know where we were going to be staying or who we were going to stay with. She left us with my godparents, and they abused us. They abused us. So, of course, going through that, you have no choice but to remember your parents. We never knew abuse before. Okay, my parents never abused us in any way. They loved us, you know, unconditionally. We never knew that. So these people that we lived with verbally and physically abused us almost on a daily basis. The first thing that we noticed were different was that we had to share a plate of food. That was a statement right there. Never and I never had to share a plate of food. There were times we literally went days without much to eat at all, purposely. When we started experiencing this type of abuse, the beating every day and the insult for no reason.
They did not want us to come to America. They did their best because my parents were sending money.
And they would take this money and spend it on their own kids.
He tried to make us believe that our parents were terrible people.
We never bought into it, but just the fact that he tried to feed this negative thing into our minds, trying to make us believe that our parents weren't sending any money. They just left us, came to New York to live a good life. But we didn't believe that our parents purposely neglected us.
From then on, I said, maybe we're going to have to look out for each other. We've always been, even as kids, by each other. I always, and he always had to look out for me, making sure that, hey, anything goes down, any fight, we're going to have each other's back.